Welcome to the Lion's Den Podcast Network, powered by Stark Roofing. With over 45 years of experience in the roofing and exteriors industry, Stark Roofing is a local, family-owned and operated company that provides excellent customer service and workmanship. Let's Start Roofing. Bring your home back to life. You can give them a call at 636-671-0045 and tell them Spanky sent you. Stark Roofing, proud title sponsor of the Lion's Den Podcast Network and this amazing podcast presentation.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Welcome, everybody, to the Back to the Past podcast. First off, I would like to thank Stark Roofing and M&J Creations for being our title and studio sponsors, as well as Pasta House of High Ridge, Granite Pros, Terry Ann, The Moon and Back Photography and Doula Services, and of course, Mike Jones of the Lion's Den Podcast Network, of which we are a part of. For all things Back to the Past podcast related, please visit us at backtothepastpodcast.com in order to provide feedback, suggest episode topics, support the sponsors, order your very own shirt, and much, much more. And of course, ratings and reviews are always appreciated, and we do appreciate you spreading the word about the podcast. In fact, earlier today, I went ahead and made all of our episodes live for listening on our YouTube channel, which can be found at backtothepastpodcast.com. So they are all there.
Nice.
All right, this episode we are going all the way back to December the 17th of 1982 to talk about Dark Crystal. First off, my name is Kevin, and I am joined by
Justin
and
Brad.
And I believe, Brad, this is one of your I want to do this movie.
Yep. This was a childhood favorite.
Okay. So obviously you were born 6 years after.
Yeah. I think my grandma had a collection of 80s, we'll say kid-adjacent movies.
VHS.
Yes. For the youngins who don't know what that is, because that's a thing now.
Be kind. Please rewind.
Yeah. Just don't watch it 7 times in a day, so when you try to rewind it, it eats the tape.
Is that a personal experience story?
Yeah, I might have a sister 3 that might have done something like that.
Okay, nice. What about you, Justin? Do you have any younger versions of you memories with this film?
Oh, no, I didn't watch it as a kid.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Same here.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't grow up with it. I don't think I saw any of it until maybe college.
Wow.
And even then, I don't know how much I actually sat down and watched it beginning to end. It was always just like parts.
As many times as you've seen Jaws,
Yeah.
that's about as many times as I've seen this.
No, I believe it.
And or Labyrinth.
No, I
and
believe
or Neverending Story.
Fair. I mean, I remember going to the video store and renting Neverending Story as a child. Thinking, oh, wow. Watched it a couple times while we had it, but what a film.
What a laugh riot.
Yes. Especially for all you horse lovers. It brings a smile to your face. Yeah, so I had never seen this film until, hey, we're going to do this one.
Yeah, that might have actually been the first time I sat down and watched it beginning to end.
Wow.
Yeah. It's always...
Which is
For
wild.
a long time, it's been like, I need to just do that, and I just never did.
Which is wild because I'm pretty sure that both of you are kind of into Jim Henson.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And like, this is like his magnum opus, so to speak.
Yeah, this was kind of a passion project.
Yeah, like they tried to do everything they could to do and make it right. Or at least that's the appearance and some of the behind the scenes stuff. I think you can watch one of those documentaries on YouTube. It's like an hour-ish.
Yes,
long.
I had started watching some of that.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and rewatch that at least one more time. But there's also a Netflix series that they tried to get off the ground, and it didn't do so hot, so they didn't go any further, which makes me sad. It's as good as the original.
I thought it was received very well. But
They didn't have enough people watching it to warrant...
Allegedly.
Yeah, you know how this is.
Yeah.
1 to 2 million is not good enough anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have tens of millions.
Yeah, it's not like the old days where, like All in the Family, for example, because the time that we're recording this, Rob Reiner has recently been passed away, and been listening to a couple podcast interviews with him, and he's referring back to things like All in the Family, which he played Mike Stivic, aka Meathead, and him talking about television is not the same now. Movies are not the same now, because especially with television the case, there's so many avenues to be able to watch. You can record it, you can just stream it whenever, you can binge it. Back then in 1971, 72, if you wanted to see it, you had to watch it live. Mm-hmm. Everybody had to watch it live. So you're talking out of a country of 200 and something million people, there's 40 something million of those people watching All in the Family, being the number 1 rated show 5 years in a row.
Wow.
I think it was. And now, you know, if a show has 5 to 10 million, that's a smash hit.
Well, and it's funny because you know they spend way more now than they ever have.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's like this huge investment. And then, you know, if it doesn't do well, property goes back in the vault for another 15 years. Citron.
Mm-hmm. Right. Kind of like Michael J. Fox, Marty McFly. Maybe you're not ready for this yet. Your kids are going to love it. Kind of a scenario. All right, tagline for The Dark Crystal is, on another planet in the distant past, the last of the Gelfling race embarks on a quest to find the missing shard of a magical crystal and to restore order to his world. And the planet name is Thra. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly.
I think that's great.
3 moons, 3 suns.
Mm-hmm. 3 suns.
Star Wars-esque there.
Well, and it's funny. I have some of these in my notes, but like looking at some of the lore, I'm starting to realize how much either they borrowed from someone else, but then someone else borrowed almost directly from them. There's a race in the Metroid series called Chozo, and they remind me very much of the Mystic in here, like a lot. So I'm like, wonder if they just, you know, lifted that directly from here and created, quotations, this other race in another medium or whatever.
Like you're referring to character design or kind of similar
Definitely not
role?
character design, but more similar role.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, spoilers, as we get into this, Samus's parents died, right?
What?
And then the Chozo started to raise her, kind of like a similar situation we see here, where both the Gelfling children were raised by other races that are not their own.
Mm-hmm.
So, also, I'm not really a fantasy guy, like at all. Lord of the Rings, it's fine. The first movie's great. Second 2, take it or leave it. Game of Thrones was fun for a while, but everybody knows what happened to that.
Mm-hmm.
Fantasies, I never really connected with it. This, though, I love it. I really think it's a neat property, and I wish they could do more with it, but I think it's too heavy sci-fi. Well, different planet.
Yeah.
Too heavy, like fantasy, you know.
Right. All right. As mentioned, released on December the 17th of 1982, rated PG, runtime of 1 hour and 33 minutes, a budget of $15 million. It made $4.6 million on its opening weekend, on its way to around $41.6 million in the U.S. and Canada, with just a little bit more at $44.6 million worldwide. It's the 16th highest grossing film in North America in 1982, and it was the highest grossing box office release of 83 in France and Japan.
Have to go back to my notes, but I wonder who made more, them or Tron.
It's a good question because they both came out in 92. Banned in several Muslim and Islamic countries due to content deemed sacrilegious. Every Arabic and Farsi dubbed version was destroyed by censors. Interesting. Rotten Tomatoes, 78% critic, 81% audience. Metacritic, 66 critic and 7.4 audience. So kind of in the same ballpark across sites, services.
Pretty good.
I could not find an exact actual Roger Ebert review. I did see that he had said that he was amazed at the jaw-dropping detail and artistry of the creatures. He understood that it was not a typical Muppet film, with emphasis on its darker, serious fairy tale quality. High fantasy rather than lighthearted fun.
And for whatever reason, that spoke to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I did look it up real quick. Yeah, Tron made a lot more.
Fair. So we'll get into the cast and crew, and this is directed by Jim Henson and Frank Oz, obviously very close collaborators and friends, Jim and Frank, of getting together and doing Sesame Street, doing Muppet Show, and obviously so much other stuff that they've been involved with.
Commercials.
Yes, a lot of great, interesting commercials, we'll say.
And real quick addendum on that, made a lot more. That's not correct.
Okay.
They made less.
Scratch that.
So just because it's in my head and I got to get it out of there, Tron made $33 million. I was looking at the opening weekend for Dark Crystal, so yeah, that's a bit of a more of a jump there.
Okay.
I was just curious.
So Dark Crystal did better than Tron.
It did.
Okay. Written by David Odell, who did the screenplay, and Jim Henson worked on the story. Music by Trevor Jones. Costume designer Brian Froud. I know we'll be mentioning him a lot because he has played a big role in a lot of this stuff. Set decorator Peter Young. John Richards is the music recordist. I did see something online that said he was the recording engineer on Masters of the Universe movie, but I couldn't find that in that IMDb listing. So
it's possible that could be
AI fakery.
yeah.
We'll just say, because, you know, search results.
Something hallucinated a little.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we have Jen, or is it Jin?
Guess it depends. Tomato.
Okay.
So
I guess it depends on who's saying it.
yes.
Is a Gelfling, and that was performed by Jim Henson with Stephen Garlick as the voice. Kira, or Kyra. Kira.
That one I know.
is a Gelfling, performed by Catherine Mullen and voiced by Lisa Maxwell. Now, to me, both names sound female.
Yeah.
So that's kind of confusing to me.
Yes.
Yes.
Very much so.
And we have Agra, who's the one-eyed keeper of secrets, performed by Frank Oz and voiced by Billy Whitelaw. Her performance reminded me so much of Margaret Hamilton as the Wicked Witch of the West in the original 1939 Wizard of Oz. So many similarities to tone and enunciation and stuff.
Well, and like up to that point, when it came to witches or weird old ladies, I think she kind of, knocks it out of the park, because up to that point, no one had ever had a role like that big and seen by many people. But now there's an establishing role, so everyone starts to borrow from that for different roles.
Yeah, definitely. That's a legendary performance by Hamilton. Chamberlain is performed by Frank Oz, voiced by Barry Dennen. We have the High Priest, Ritual Master, is Jim Henson as the performer and Jerry Nelson as the voice. Fizgig is listed as a friendly monster.
It looks like a Pomeranian with like a bad attitude.
It's like a puffball.
Yeah.
It's like a cross between a Pomeranian and a Tribble.
Yeah.
If you look at it through the lens, if you've taken acid. Because those teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And it barks a lot.
And it barks a lot.
Which, the character itself, I didn't understand the character. Granted, I've seen the movie one time.
It's Kira's pet.
Yeah.
Oh, I got that.
Yeah.
That much I knew. Is performed by Dave Ghouls, and voiced by Percy Edwards. We have the General, the Gartham Master, is performed by Dave Ghouls. Michael Kilgariff is the voice.
That name sounds familiar.
Gourmand was performed by Louise Gold and voiced by Thick Wilson.
Huh.
I saw that name in the credits at the end, and I kind of chuckled because I'm 12.
Well, it would have really made you bust out laughing if it had been Thick Johnson.
Very much. Yeah. Like, wait, what kind of a movie are we watching?
Right.
Well, I mean, it's pretty close. You ever see Austin Powers?
The scientist is Steve Whitmire, the performer and voice. Ornamentalist Brian Meehl, Meehl, is the performer and the voice. Urza, Brian Meehl again. Performer Sean Barrett is the voice. Hey, here's Brian Meehl again playing the Dying Master, performer and voice. We have the historian Scroll Keeper. Bob Payne is performer. John Baddeley, Baddely, is the voice. Slave Master. That's an interesting name there. Mike Quinn is the performer. David Buck is the voice. Treasurer Tim Rose, performer. Charles Collingwood, voice. The Mystic Weaver, Jean-Pierre Amiel, performer. Mystic Cook, Hugh Spight, Spight, performer. Music numerologist, Robbie Barnett is the performer. Mystic Hunter, Sui Lim, performer. Mystic Chanter, Simon Williamson, performer. Mystic Scribe, Hus Levant, Hus, performer. A few more mystics. Mystic Alchemist, Toby Philpott, performer. Mystic Healer, David Greenaway is the performer. Mystic Healer is Richard Slaughter, performer. Then we get into the Landstriders, which were kind of cool in the film. Hugh Spite, performer, and one of the other Landstriders is Swee Lim, performer. The other Landstrider is Robbie Barnett, performer. The narrator, Urskeks, Joseph O'Connor, voice. And then other Urskeks, Melissa Whitmire, uncredited, and Lyle Conway, uncredited. And for other casting choices, I only found one character that they even mentioned that there were any other possibilities. 2 other actresses were considered, with one of them never having recorded any lines for Aughra. The other actress can be heard on the bootlegged director's cut, and she was apparently too difficult to understand, according to a test audience. And that's not what you want for a character of her importance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we are going to take a quick break, and then we will be right back with our fun facts and trivia.
When you think of the Pasta House Company in High Ridge, do you think of their famous Pasta House salad? Maybe you think of their golden toasted rab, or maybe you think about getting together with your entire family to just enjoy an affordable lunch or dinner. Well, we don't think, we know. The Pasta House Company in High Ridge has been doing it since 1983, and we know you can dine in or carry out. Just call 636-677-2711. You can also order online at pastahouse.com, or you can just walk in and have a delicious taste of Italy with the comfort of being right at home. Don't forget to mention Spanky sent you for $5 off your bill. Now imagine the possibilities when you stop by the Pasta House Company in High Ridge. Granite Pros Custom Countertops and more will take care of all your countertop needs inside and out. They specialize in granite, quartz, and quartzite. Kitchens, bathrooms, outdoor grills, interior design applications. They are tops in granite inside or out. Give them a call. 636-275-2840. Find out about the home improvement you've been dreaming of and how it can become a reality. That's with Granite Pros Custom Countertops and more. Find them on Facebook at Granite Pros LLC today. Are you ready for some candid photos? Are you ready for some joyful photos? Are you ready for some vibrant photos? Well, Terry Ann Photography is what you want then. Custom photography specializing in maternity, newborns, families, and high school seniors. You can't be you without being you. Fun, entertaining photo sessions on location with Terry Ann Photography. Call now and book your session today. 314-608-2137. Or you can email at terryannphotography.com. Also, don't forget to check out some of her awesome work on Facebook, Terry Ann Photography.
All right, we are back, and it is time for our fun facts and trivia information. Of course, we mentioned that this is a Jim Henson project. Jim and his daughter Cheryl actually worked out details of the film's world that eventually inspired the screenplay in February of 1978 when they were stuck at an airport hotel due to a snowstorm. And work on the film really did not ramp up until 79 after the completion of the Muppet movie. So this is...
Yeah, I was going to say, wasn't it somewhere thereabouts of like 5 or 6 years kind of in the making, so to speak?
Yeah, definitely 4 if you're just counting 78 to 82.
Yeah.
I mean, and it being released at the end of 82. Yeah. I mean, when you think about all the costumes and things like that they had to come up with and these creature designs.
Because it's not like they were just reusing from the Muppet Show.
No, there's no similarities.
None at all.
The only creature or character that I could see being in the Muppet Show would be Fizzig, the dog.
Yeah, that or the crap, forget their name. They live in the woods. They brought Kira up as a child, whatever their name is.
Oh yeah,
those little woodland critters.
Woodland critters. What is this, South Park?
And some of the faces,
yeah,
of some of those things, like they look more like leathery reptilian than what I'm about to say, but the roundedness kind of reminded me of some of the Fraggles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or like Cabbage Patch.
Yeah, just like not as bright colored.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a similar shape, and I'm like, oh.
So as mentioned earlier, Brian Froud is going to be mentioned a lot, and he created designs without a finished script. When he first presented Henson with the concept drawings for the crystal, there was apparently a misunderstanding, since Henson was confused because he had no idea what the designs were for, since Henson intended to call the film The Dark Chrysalis, which referred to the Skeksis' dominance over the world. Henson ended up liking the concept art so much that he integrated the crystal idea into the storyline.
Funny how stuff like that just organically happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how designs can change the story.
And I think it speaks a lot to Henson's willingness to adapt, of saying, I like what you came up with, even though you really had no idea what the hell I was trying to get across to you in the first place.
Yeah, let's do that.
But this is good.
Yeah.
Let's go with it. Froud was behind the look and feel of virtually every aspect of production, including creatures, landscapes, and even the font of the opening title, and it took up about 5 years of his life to do all of this. And honestly, I don't think I've ever heard his name before.
Nope.
Henson originally planned the film to resemble the darkness of original Brothers Grimm fairy tales, because he thought children liked being scared and that this would be a healthy emotion for them to deal with. Parents apparently did not fully agree, as many parents thought the movie was too scary for their kids, hence the kind of lower box office numbers than...
Yeah, I mean, it was
kind of hoped.
A little creepy as a kid.
Especially compared to other projects of his.
Although, if I'm looking at things that I watched as a kid, I guess this is the less of the creepies.
Mm-hmm.
Aliens. You know, as you do.
So that kind of led me into looking just briefly into the Grimm brothers. That's reference to the Brothers Grimm fairy tales, with Jacob Grimm being the older of the two, born January 4th of 1785 and passing in September 20th of 1863. Wilhelm Grimm, born February 24th of 1786, passed on December 16th, 1859.
That just happened.
Right. Yeah, not too long ago. Some popular stories out of the over 200 stories are Cinderella, Little Red Riding Hood, Rapunzel, and Snow White. So you see where Disney got a lot of source material from.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And those original stories are very dark.
Very dark.
They are nothing
Yes.
quite like what Disney did.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, they were Disney-fied.
Oh, yes, they were.
Because they had to appeal to
They were
everybody.
cleansed.
Yes. Henson and Frank Oz were in charge of all aspects of the film, with Henson using his strengths as camera shot composing and movement, while Frank Oz was being best at character development and scene dynamics.
When you're watching kind of the making of, you see how many people it takes to do certain scenes or operate certain creatures. Like, that's the real movie magic to me, is stuff like that. The aggressive choreography that has to happen just with the eyes alone on the characters.
Oh, yeah.
For this movie is insane. So it just blows my mind that this is so smooth. I mean, it doesn't, right? It's Jim Henson. If anyone wasn't going to pull it off, it was going to be him and his crew. But outside of that, my God, it just seems impossible.
Yeah, I believe, and it might be in the notes in this trivia section as well, that the Landstriders, they originally wanted 2 performers per Landstrider. But they're like, no, it'd be better just with the 1 because of how it worked. And seeing them do that without being in costume is pretty interesting.
Yeah. Just having the little stilt on each
on each
appendage.
limb.
Which reminds me of those people in Fury Road.
That's exactly what I think of every time I see that movie. I think of the Landstrider. I'm like, wait, shared universe? Wait a second.
Referring to Mad Max.
Yeah, Fury Road, technically the 4th film.
Yeah.
But not exactly the 4th. And it gets muddy. I don't know.
It's fourth movie.
Yes.
But
Released.
are they necessarily connected or not?
Who knows?
That's a gray area.
Some early drafts of the script had Jin and Kira traveling through the underworld and running into a race of underground mining creatures. This concept was later integrated into the, back to what you said earlier, Justin, Fraggle Rock series that ran for 110 episodes on HBO from 1983 to 1987.
Well, I'll be.
Yeah.
I thought they looked familiar. Just like not as cheerful.
Yeah. No, much different experience here.
Well, and in the Netflix series, I want to say that there are different like realms of each one of the Gelflings in certain areas and kingdoms or whatever. Obviously, we all kind of knows what happens. They all die.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Because the Netflix series is a prequel.
Yes, and we're like talking, like if we want to talk how far of a prequel, we're talking like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic kind of like really far prequel. So it seemed like they were going to work their way up to the movie in X amount of seasons, but you know, probably too expensive for them.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot went into that. Henson personally trimmed around 20 minutes from the film after a rough preview in San Francisco. He also ordered many character voices to be redubbed to eliminate some of the invented character languages, which made the movie more accessible and an easier to follow plot.
Yeah, that was a good choice. As much as like could kind of see his vision, that can get tricky.
Yeah, I think this would have been tough to push 2 hours.
Yeah.
I also have a hard time with in-universe languages.
Right.
It either works or it doesn't.
I mean, Star Wars is a great example. It's very minimalized.
Yeah. It's like a spice. You just use it selectively here and there.
Like the Jawas, they're not major characters.
No, and what they're saying doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Or the Klingons.
Yeah.
Their use of it is different, but executed well, I think.
Also, there's a Klingon dictionary with a fully realized language.
Right.
To the point where they've done Hamlet performances in Klingon. And people go to this.
Have they done Hamlet performances as Jawas or Tusken Raiders?
Nope.
Okay.
They have not.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's a side note that's always fascinating.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially if you look at the first time they spoke in a Klingon language, it was just kind of gibberish. And then the guy took that gibberish and then used that phonetically to derive the language based on that. It's like he worked backwards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sounds like a very big passion project.
Yeah.
Got some time on your hands, do ya?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dedication.
That's some dedication.
The Mystics were based on a troll from Froude's 1977 book, The Land of Froude. Since he wanted to keep the creatures separate for licensing purposes, Froude gave the Mystics 4 arms so that he could keep his troll copyright and Henson could have the Mystic copyright. The Skeksis also have 4 arms, but 2 of them are so small that you can barely see them, other than after the Chamberlain has been stripped of his robes.
It's kind of cool that they're willing to work out something that's mutually beneficial.
I want you to keep your copyright access to this. I want this licensing.
It's rare.
Very.
It is quite rare.
Yeah. Again, is this a Henson thing that he just attracts these people that want to collaborate and be
I would
fair?
think so. I mean, again, who else was doing this kind of puppetry work?
Nobody I know of. I mean, you had Howdy Doody. Yeah. Well, I guess Mr. Rogers was before Sesame Street, so the land of make-believe. Those are different puppets, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little
hand
more
puppets.
crude.
Also, a little different kind of a fever dream.
Yeah. Purple Panda.
What's the woman, Fairchild?
Lady Elaine Fairchild.
Yeah.
She is
freaked me out.
creepy.
She always freaked me out.
I don't know what it was, but she was a little creepy.
The museum and the red nose, like she'd been drinking too much.
Yep.
Hey, Toots.
Yep.
Speaking of the Skeksis, they were originally based on the 7 deadly sins, even though there were 9 of them.
Whoops. Added to.
Yep. Henson put in a brief to Thra that the Skeksis should resemble crocodiles living in a castle. I don't really think they resemble crocodiles, but...
Yeah, and that's sort of the other half of the Metroid Chozo. They're kind of bird-like facial features, so to speak. So that's why it's like... Well, and the Mystics and the Skeksis are kind of like one being split into 2. Whole theme of the story, right? But seeing their faces on some of them, it's like, oh, kind of bird-like.
You look like a turkey vulture.
Yeah.
Froud actually met his wife, puppet designer Wendy Midner, on the set of Dark Crystal. 37 years later, their son Toby Froud worked on the prequel series The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance as a designer.
That's wild.
I know, things come full circle.
It's like poetry. Yeah.
The Garthim costumes were so heavy, and the Garthim are kind of the henchmen, right?
Yeah, they're the big beetle things with the big claw.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a really cool design.
Yes.
Oh, especially when they come out of the dark.
Yeah. You know how much I love those glowing eyes.
Oh, yeah.
The costumes were so heavy that the performers had to be hung up on a rack while still in costume, and they had to do this like every 5 or so minutes. And they do show a clip of them like hooking one of them up in that video that we're referring to from YouTube. It's kind of interesting. I'm like, well, so that's what it looked like. That's how they did it.
Those people earn their paychecks.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Don't need to go to the gym for a while.
No.
So approximately 9 tons of rubber were used to create all of the creatures in this film. That is a lot.
Wonder how much of it still survives in some form.
It's tough. 43 years
Yeah, I was going to
later.
say, you know how that stuff ages.
Yeah, because it's not built to last.
No.
It's built to look good on camera
For the
And
time needed.
for the time.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep. Hence Stripe from Gremlins. And other things.
Some of the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Even during filming.
Oh, just never look a gift turtle in the mouth.
Especially when it's standing around April.
Oh,
It was Frank... Wait a second. Froud also had a bit of a fascination with lobsters, which is why there is so many crustacean similarities in these designs like the Garthim. And it was Frank Oz's idea to give Kira a pet, so it was his fault.
There you go.
that there's a dog that barks.
All
Damn
the
it,
time.
Frank. And his reasoning behind this was because Miss Piggy recently was given a pet on the Muppet Show, so Henson reluctantly agreed. Fine, Frank. Have your dog. Have your dog. Get your dog.
We know what Kevin's favorite character was.
Yes.
The one he doesn't understand is in this film. Augra was nearly named a beat-a-bat. That's the best I can do.
You feeling okay over there?
Habeeetabat.
Do you smell burning toast?
No.
Okay.
Justin did not burn his sandwiches earlier.
Do you see any flashing lights?
No. Because Henson and screenwriter David Odell liked that name.
Huh.
Where you come up with Habeeetabat? I don't know.
And to ask anyone else to pronounce it.
Right. Quickly, on demand, Froud apparently did not like it because his first design sketches had the character looking more like an ogre. Temporarily was named Ogra before finally becoming Augra. So, slight twist.
I can understand that because that name doesn't lend itself to much more than an ogre-looking creature character.
It sounds too much like okra to me.
Oh, no, there's that.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of.
And that's not something that you're going to entice kids with. Okra.
Nope.
Not unless it's fried.
Yeah, fried okra's pretty good.
You just fry anything. You're like, here, eat this.
That's true. Yeah.
Here, dip it in ranch. It'll be fine.
Yeah. It's all good with ranch. For shots where characters are seen walking, picking up objects, climbing, and or running, they use dwarf actors such as Mike Edmonds. Here's another name. Deep Roy. Jack Purvis, Malcolm Dixon, and others were dressed up as the characters and used.
Deep Roy was in a lot of movies around that time.
Okay.
Oh,
He was in Buck Rogers around that time.
there was another one.
It's also in the Star Wars.
Yep.
And another one.
Yep.
Battlestar Galactica? I don't know.
I want to say it's like Wicked. No, not Wicked. It's something like that. Crap. It's gone.
Yeah.
I can see.
You were thinking of the movie with... I can picture him.
Yep. It's happening in real time.
Yeah, it's the guy that played the Leprechaun in the Leprechaun horror series.
Probably.
Warwick Davis.
Yes, Warwick Davis.
Yep. That movie.
Only way to
Willow.
advice.
Yeah!
Willow. That's it. I knew it began with
It's
a W.
W.
Yes.
Wicked, Willow.
There we go.
We'll get there eventually.
Yes. Were it not for Jim Henson following the advice of film producer Bernie Brillstein to license merchandise for Sesame Street, which was for Henson to use that money from licensing of the merchandise from Sesame Street for money for other projects that he cared about, the Dark Crystal may not have been made. Henson had to remind Brillstein of that advice when he began objecting to the film's budget escalating. Say, hey, this is what the money was for. We're good. The mechanical eye of scientist Skektek was made using a TIE fighter cockpit from Star Wars as a model.
It's only weird if it doesn't work.
Exactly. And the ritual master, Skekzak, was inspired by Rasputin, Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, Bishop Sheen, and Eric von Stroheim.
I can definitely see a few of those in that.
Yeah, so a couple of Star Wars names there with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the final film that cinematographer Oswald Morris worked on before retiring at age 67. He's best known for films such as Fiddler on the Roof, Oliver, Scrooge, The Man with the Golden Gun, and The Great Muppet Caper. And a whole bunch more.
It's quite a eclectic collection of movies.
Mm-hmm. Kevin Clash, best known as the voice behind Elmo on Sesame Street before his resignation in 2012, which that's a whole other story, as well as Splinter in the first 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, was offered a job on The Dark Crystal by Jim Henson, but he was busy with some work he was doing at the time on Captain Kangaroo, which that show was nearing its end then, and The Great Space Coaster. Now, Clash was pretty young. He's only like in his 20s at this point. He did end up in the franchise as a puppeteer on the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance series. So apparently Marvel Comics published a 12-issue comic book adaptation called The Power of the Dark Crystal in 2017 to 2018, which was originally planned as a Dark Crystal film sequel. The comic series also has a sequel to itself called Beneath the Dark Crystal, which also ran for 12 issues from 2018 to 2019.
Oh, I shouldn't look those up.
Funny how the sequel is Beneath, kind of like Beneath the Planet of the Apes was the second one.
Yeah.
Also, I'm surprised there weren't more comic series, because this really lends itself well to that sort of thing.
A lot easier to make.
And a lot easier to make. A lot easier.
You don't need 9 tons of rubber to make this.
Nope.
Just
and no one has to wear 9 tons of rubber.
9 tons of paper.
I bet if you go to Internet Archive, Brad, you could probably find these 24 issues. There's a lot of good stuff on the Internet Archive. All right, so let's get into questions about the movie, which I'm the only one that put something here. And that is, what was the point of Fizzgig, the dog-like sidekick?
Frank Oz wanted a pet.
I know. And Jim Henson said, okay, Frank, fine. Have your damn pet.
I guess everyone needs a dog.
A man's best friend, but in this case, a gelfling's best friend.
Even if it's a rolling around ball of fur with sharp teeth.
A little fuzzball.
2 rows of sharp teeth.
Yeah. And a mighty growl.
And a chihuahua-like bark.
Yeah. And it does it a lot.
Oh, God, a lot.
I bet that was Kevin's favorite part.
It's like, oh, you're barking again. How about that? All right, so we're going to kind of go in a different order this time when it comes to who's going to share some of their notes.
Oh.
Yeah. Justin, usually we finish up with you. Let's give you the lead-off role here.
Oh, boy. So they bring up, I guess this is more of a question, but not really a question, but so they bring up, like, in the opening, I don't want to call it a monologue, but the intro, but he's the chosen one. I'm not a fan of when the movie just like, hey, here's this person, they're the chosen one.
Like Anakin Skywalker?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer them to discover that along the journey.
I'm kind of with you on that.
That's really my only, I don't even call it a complaint, just
minor gripe.
I don't like it to be like, well, this is so because it just is.
And I think part of that could have been broken down, right? Because they talk about a prophecy that's supposed to happen.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those either.
Okay. So, and
X has to happen because Y said so.
But there was leeway for this said prophecy to never come to fruition. So that I can give a pass, but the prophecy one, I kind of agree with you. I think that should kind of be
it's one thing if they have a like the one thing I like about prophecies in movies is toying with the idea that you can change it,
Right.
like it's
yeah.
fluid, or you don't know if this is the person that's going to fulfill it.
Right.
Which is what they do in this.
Yes.
Which is why I'm okay with it in this, because it's like, hey, we're trying to stop the prophecy from happening. But I also like, well, clearly you know that it is, because you just said in the first like 30 seconds he's the chosen one. So you know what's going to happen at the end already.
Yeah.
That's kind of my only...
And he's the one that's choosing between the 3 crystals with Agra. Which one do I choose? I don't know.
I'm going to play my flute.
Which starter Pokemon are you going with?
Exactly. Do you want water? Do you want fire? Do you want grass?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll just go play the flute. Speaking of playing the flute,
Yes.
early on, you see him playing his flute by the stream.
Yes.
And I was like, wait a second.
That boy needs some clothes.
Is that a naked child? What is this?
Yeah.
I was a little confused, because that was once I do not remember ever seeing.
Oh, mhm.
So I'm like, oh, wait, what? And then the next time, wait, there's clothes. Okay, that's...
Maybe
Which made me think more like, wait, right before then, there wasn't,
maybe he didn't want to get them wet playing that close to the water.
I guess.
I don't know.
Also, the little woodland critters, were they playing ocarina?
Macarena.
Ocarina?
Oh.
It looked like there was
time?
maybe an ocarina somewhere here or
it
there.
looked oddly similar.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Also, I love crumbling effects,
Yes.
and they were done really well in here.
On the castle at
Oh,
the
the
end?
people.
Oh.
The people crumbling away.
Yeah.
I was like, because like, oh, it's just gonna like darken like as the life force goes out, or it's gonna like gray out, or it's gonna change. No, he crumbles.
Yeah, it was kind of neat to see.
That was really cool.
Yeah, when that happens, it kind of reminds me of some of our current politicians. It's like, oh, maybe they'll just crumble and fall away.
I liked this crumbling effect better than the Avengers.
Oh, yeah. The
Ash.
dust. Yeah.
Well, one, because this is real.
Yeah, the practicality of it. Go figure.
But two, the crumbling effect of the castle at the end, where they build this structure within a structure, and then they blow it up like piece by piece on the high-speed cameras in order to kind of reveal that crystalline structure underneath. That's some crazy planning and movie magic there. That, I think it's a great like climax of the film. The castle just starts crumbling, and it's like, oh wait, there's this structure underneath. Well, now what's going to happen? What's going on?
Also, I know we're big space fans. That solar system model thing. Oh, that was so cool.
Pay a pretty penny to have one of those.
Yeah, because it was kind of like a larger version of the things we kind of grew up with. And
Which, in the Metroid Prime game, there is one of those kind of... So that's why I'm like, how much did they borrow? I wonder.
Also, I have to mention some of my favorite Jim Henson things were whenever he would, and he does it in here too, just have puppet creatures just doing their thing, just living. And there's scenes in here that are like that.
Like the lake scene or river scene, or when they're paddling. They've
That
got
was one of
little
them.
critters kind of just
That was one of them.
doing stuff.
Yeah. There's a few times when the camera just kind of pans and there's just like little critters doing their things. And I'm like, I kind of want to watch just that. Like, I'm fascinated by the little weird critters and the designs that they come up with.
And they're only there briefly.
Yeah.
So they
made them for like that one
Yeah.
scene and that's it.
And that's it. So it's pretty wild.
Also had to laugh at the Landstriders. How, hang on, they go fast. And yeah, they go fast, but like in the scene before, it looked like a stiff breeze would knock them over.
Right. And when they're in their battle, they really seem uncoordinated.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
It's like giraffes.
Yeah, they're like
Newborn giraffes.
giraffe rabbit things that, I don't know, have like pterodactyl skin. They're goofy.
Yeah. But again, unusual, unique design.
Hey,
And
points for that.
I don't recall seeing something like that before.
Yeah.
And the closest thing I've seen that is in a Mad Max movie of all things.
Yeah, like, what, 30 years later?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Since we recently had an Ace Ventura episode, Kira calling to the animals very much reminded me of Ace Ventura.
Ah, yes.
But I guess it was more so in When Nature Calls.
I also think it's funny that the female Gelfling, she has wings, therefore already more useful. She can call to the animals, already more useful. It's like, maybe she's the chosen one.
Right.
Screw this other guy.
Right.
That
He
would make
sucks.
sense. It makes way more sense. But maybe they got the prophecy wrong by calling him the chosen one, and it's just dumb luck that he happened to be in the right spot at the right time.
Aha.
Maybe she actually was. Conspiracy theory.
I like at the one point that he says something and she responds, "It's because you're a boy."
Oh, the wings.
Okay.
Yeah. Yo, you've got wings. Well, of course I've got wings. Well, I don't have wings. Yeah, you're a boy.
Sure, why not?
Right.
Yeah.
Kids say the darndest things.
Speaking of Gelflings, I'm assuming I'm the only one who's watched any Red Dwarf.
Yeah, probably.
For any fellow nerds out there is a race in Red Dwarfs called the Gelfs.
Did Red Dwarf come out first?
No.
Or after? Okay.
Yeah, I want to say it came out 88.
Okay. So they just
Started-
cut off the lings.
Yeah, and they're very large
Oh.
creatures. Very, very amusingly used in that series. But yeah, that just occurred to me a little bit ago. I'm like, wait, I've heard that Gelf term before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Red Dwarf.
Sounds awful lot like elf.
Yeah.
And pointy ears. Wait a second.
Yeah. Well, the last thing I have to mention, I've been fighting this urge until now. That late in the movie, there's a little snippet with Kevin's favorite character.
Fizzgig.
It's rolling at full speed, rolls behind a rock, and then you see a puppet come up, look around, and then it ducks back down, and then it rolls back out the other side of the rock. So simple, but man, that is effective. That was one of my favorite little puppet moments.
Little sequences.
Yeah, because it's like clearly it's just like a little furry ball on a string pulled behind a rock, and then they have a hand pull up, and then it goes down, and then you pull it out the other
Pull it
side.
out.
Brilliant.
It's like rolling behind cover. Look around. Assess the situation. Roll on.
Yeah.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Sometimes-
Keep them doggies rolling.
Sometimes just the simplest thing you can do is the most effective.
Yeah. So I will share some of my notes. I think that everyone involved did a great job introducing the background of the story. It was one of the first things I noticed. They kind of gave a good explanation
It's kind of like the Star Wars crawl without the crawl.
without the text.
Yeah.
Got to understand the world a little bit before you just jump right in.
Yes.
Yeah, because they kind of do just jump right in
Oh, yeah.
to the situation.
Yep.
Right, to the one mystic master dying or whatever, fading away. And him like, wait. Being the chosen one.
Who are you?
I mentioned the Skeksis look like vultures, which kind of makes sense since they are essentially draining the Gelfling life essence. Just sucking it out of them.
Yeah, that liquid looked interesting.
It's sweat. murky sweat.
Yum.
Mm-hmm.
Good band name.
after the Skeksis battle for like who's going to take over the throne and the leader of the Skeksis, the losing one was stripped down after the battle.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Really like these naked critters in their film.
Sure do.
I do. Agra popping the eye in and out.
Oh, yeah, that's neat.
That was interesting. I was like, that's a nice little effect there.
And I like it wasn't static, like it was moving in the fingers, like,
Mm-hmm.
and the fingers were kind of moving a little.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they do it.
No.
I don't know. The Agra and Jin interaction kind of reminded me of Luke and Yoda. Obviously, Yoda is voiced by Frank Oz, performed by Frank Oz. So you're going to have that kind of callback.
Also, we mentioned about the eyes and looking in
Yes.
directions. Speaking of Yoda, have you seen the footage of Yoda in the Empire Strikes Back where they had the puppet and they were doing some of the shooting and tests and they couldn't get the eyes to focus where it needed to? So Yoda's looking in every direction except where he needs to be, and they are hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Kira sounded kind of like Yoko Ono singing when she saved Jin from the swamp. I was like, wait a second, I have heard this before. I
don't know.
know I have.
I think this was a little better.
The Landstriders' faces looked kind of like sea lions.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that looks like a sea lion.
So they're newborn giraffes with sea lion faces.
Yes.
And rabbit ears.
And rabbit ears.
That point down.
Yeah.
The Skeksis that captured Kira sounded a bit like Jar Jar Binks. I was like,
Chamberlain?
I guess. I don't know. I was like, wait a second. I know.
Oh, especially with the M friend.
Yes.
M friend.
I'm like,
I was cracking up at that.
like, wait a second.
Yes. Friend.
No, run. M friend.
I'm like, Jar Jar's 16, 17 years away.
Oh, yeah.
That's Phantom Menace in 99. So
Yeah.
it's like, it sounds like Jar Jar Binks.
And yet I prefer this over the Jar Jar
Yeah.
somehow.
That's true.
Maybe because Jar Jar never said am friend. If he had, no, I still wouldn't.
And I do feel that this film holds up very well
Oh, yeah.
after all these years. You look at it, and for a first-time attempt at doing something like this, you don't think it's a first-time attempt doing something like this.
No.
It's like something that they have worked on before many times and have perfected it. And it still holds up well, in my opinion, 43 years later.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there is a bit of a timeless quality to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's nothing about it that looks dated at all because they created the whole world.
The only thing I feel is dated is the faces of the Gelflings. Because they're very simplistic.
Yeah.
Where everything else kind of has more definition and
Living and breathing. I mean,
Yes.
I even have one of those things in my notes. Like, you look at the Skeksis when they're like talking or doing whatever, and you see, like, you know, their nasal cavities will expand and contract, and the different facial features that'll like kind of arch up and kind of just move ever so slightly. It gives it a little more of a real quality. Like, you know, all of these things are puppets, and yet it kind of feels real, like it's a real actor on the screen. It's wild.
where I feel the Gelflings could have been like Sesame Street characters in a sketch or something like that. Not like main characters, because their facial expressions don't change an awful lot.
They're almost like fairy-like.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, with Kira and her wings.
Yeah. And it kind of reminds me a little of something you might see in rough designs for like Zelda stuff. With
Yeah.
it's just that's kind of the only thing that didn't fit for everything compared to everything else that seemed like living, breathing things. It just seemed like fish out of water.
That's true. I was so focused on all the other creatures.
Oh, no. It was amazing.
Kind of forget about, wow. These are like the main characters. And here I am looking at this little weird face, no-legged
ferret toad thing.
Yeah. that I only see for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, but no, I thought it was really good.
Also, that score.
Yeah?
Is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
That Dark Crystal theme is quite the earworm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan.
Well, Brad, it's up to you with your notes, so tell us.
Yeah,
fandom.
I mean, I can't remember if they had like an actual VHS copy or if we recorded it off of something. But we had some kind of VHS copy, and it was something we frequently watched. A little creepy as a kid, yes. A little scary as a kid, sure. But again, something about maybe the cool designs of the... I think maybe just knowing, like, oh, all these are puppets. That's a job I want to do someday. Or you know, some kind of movie magic thing. That always... I always had an interest in, like, the miniatures and the puppet. Maybe I was born, like, 30 years too late.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. But, yeah, definitely have a lot of just memories, you know, summertime. Oh, I'm going to watch a movie. Let's watch this. Great. You know.
Do you know what your record is for watching it in one day?
I mean, probably. I never was the type to rewatch a movie almost immediately after watching it. I would watch it, and I'm good now. I'll watch it again tomorrow, or I'll watch it again next week. I was never a kid that sat down and watched a movie over and over and over and over.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
I'd never understood.
But every day.
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a couple times a week.
Yeah.
There are definitely some movies I feel that I could watch a couple times in a week.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe even a couple times in a day.
I have a small set of movies that if it's late at night, I don't know what to watch, but I'm going to fall asleep on the couch. Usually those will go on.
Mm-hmm. It's like comfort food, but comfort viewing.
Well, I mean, if you just have already seen it, 100 times, what's 101 more?
Right.
Or 100.5.
More accurately.
Yeah.
What detail am I going to miss this time?
I kind of alluded to this, but I thought it interesting, and I have no grounds of like knowing how real this is, but it seems like not only did they borrow from things like maybe Lord of the Rings at the time, but perhaps things borrowed from them and brought forward to other mediums. So I find that interesting. I would love to know if there was any inspiration in any kind of games or otherwise that pulled from this.
Yeah, I guess it would just depend on interviews of the right people.
Yeah, and that's the kicker. The Emperor at the beginning, who kind of crumbles away, always really scary and creepy to me. Like, I thought that was one of the creepiest part of the movies, was just watching this dude die and crumble away. Like, oh shit, do we do that?
Right.
It was a little unexpected.
Yeah. And again, kind of reminds me of how old some politicians are. But the Chamberlain reminds me so much of Starscream. He's this conniving, planning, well, kind of high-pitched dude.
Always looking to take over usurp the throne.
Yep, always. And even when he fails, he'll try again. So I thought that was kind of an interesting little, at least, connection in my head. The Gartham soldiers remind me of a creature that you might find in the Metroid trilogy. Clearly, I'm playing Metroid in the background, by the way. As of recording, Metroid Prime 4 is finally out. after all these years. So I guess I have Metroid on the brain.
And you haven't been waiting at all?
No, I haven't been waiting 18 years
Not at
for
all.
a sequel to Prime 3. No. Nope. The podlings. That's what they're called. The little woodland critters. Yes. When they were doing the Return of the Jedi, they have the little band. This is before they added the CGI characters, just the band in the background.
Yes, the Max Rebo band.
Yes, yes. They remind me of them.
It reminds me of them, and the whole scene reminds me a little of like the Hobbits dancing.
Yes. See?
It's Star Wars, Lord of the Rings put in one.
Yeah, right. It just all is all borrowing from each other. And again, as mentioned, the Dark Crystal theme is quite the earworm. I do quite like hearing it. Obviously, don't have any cars to speak about in this one, so I guess
it would be a little strange.
What model was the planetary system that Agra had? What would that be in today's valuation for inflation?
Oh, no joke. The last two bits are, again, as mentioned at the top, I'm not quite a fantasy-driven dude. This one, again, I don't know if it's just because it's Jim Henson or otherwise, but it really did grab me as a child, so I'm very much a big fan of this one. But I really highly recommend the Netflix series. I think it's a really neat interpretation of what the kind of different realms used to be before everyone got killed. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still on there.
Oh, yeah, I can't imagine that they would just pull it off.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But that's...
No streaming service ever has a history of
no,
doing that.
It's the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, which I know we've mentioned a couple times.
I just checked. It's still there.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It is 10 episodes, and it actually has some few pretty well-known names.
It does.
As cast members.
I think Mark Hamill plays the scientist guy.
Let's see. I'm scrolling down. There it is. Mark Hamilton is the scientist. Keegan-Michael Key is the ritual master. We have Simon Pegg as the Chamberlain. You have Jason Isaacs as the Emperor, which you might know Jason Isaacs from the Patriot film with Mel Gibson from 2000. I mean, he's really a great actor in that. Let's see, who's some other people in here? Anya Taylor-Joy, who you might know from Queen's Gambit, also on Netflix, I believe.
Yeah, that was... Because when did it come out? 19?
Yes, 2019.
Yeah, so... I think I was watching that at work during my lunch breaks. So I sort of have these weird, fun memories of, I'm going to escape my current situation and go watch this on my lunch break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
If they sold this, I would definitely buy it like standalone. So I kind of want to rewatch it now, but I don't want to resubscribe.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Has Taron Egerton as Rian. He's a really great musical movie performer. He did Elton John's Rocket Man in 2019. So he had a big 2019 based on this show and that movie. But he's really good. Natalie Emmanuel, who was in Game of Thrones as the later seasons, the light-skinned African-American.
Oh.
Maybe she's not African-American. Not sure, but worth a viewing.
Yeah.
And did really good in that series. Yeah, it was nice cast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think also I would have liked to have seen, because I know we've talked multiple times about Masters of the Universe, that movie being horrible. If Frank Oz would have done Orko, which Orko was in the cartoon where He-Man started as the magician kind of court jester assistant to Prince Adam and King Randor. It would have been nice for him to perform and voice Orko in that movie. Instead, we got Gwildor, or whatever the hell his name is.
I mean, that's one of those things. There's so many. If it would have put these other people, it could have been something.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been a contender.
Yeah. It's also infamously they ran out of money at the end, so they had to shoot the climax in like a shed.
Whoops.
Which is why there's like black backgrounds and close-ups, because they couldn't use the set anymore.
Nice. No, it's just when you think about, unfortunately, obviously we lost Jim Henson at a young age.
Was that early 90s?
Yeah, something like that.
91?
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Because there's like a tribute to one of the Ninja Turtle movies.
Must have been
Second one,
Secret of the Ooze, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously the legacy that Frank Oz is going to leave behind with so many memorable performances and characters and work that he has done and been able to continue on what Jim had going and everything.
Director, performer, actor, writer, designer.
Mm-hmm. It's like just voice work alone. You don't have to do the performances. Just please do voice work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which arguably you can kind of do till, the cows come home, so to speak.
I mean, look at Ed Asner doing Up. I mean, he was pretty old when he did that.
So many actors, I've seen interviews where they'd say, like, so do you like doing, like, voice work for, like, animated things? And they're like, oh, I love it. I can just roll in wearing what I'm wearing and
no makeup.
Just speak for a couple hours and go home.
Come in with the ball cap on. And
yeah. He's like, I just read a few things and I just go home. Right. They're like, it's amazing. And they pay me to do this. Yeah.
And sometimes I don't even have to leave their house. I have my own little space at home.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I would. If I were blessed with such a talent, I would absolutely build my own recording room.
Oh, it would be...
It's like the actress from, she was in The Office, but she's also in Inside Out 1 and 2 as Sadness. Oh. She's from St. Louis.
Yeah, Phyllis in The Office.
Yeah, and she just does her stuff from home. I think she's still in the area. To my understanding. She doesn't live in, like, L.A. or anything.
Really?
Yeah, she's in the Midwest. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I mean, you just record your stuff at home and send it in. Throw it in your favorite file sharing program, and
I mean, you're going to make enough to support this said room and or recording stuff. So,
oh, you didn't like that? Okay, I'll do it again.
Right?
Oh darn!
Yeah. How many takes do you need? How many different enunciations would you like me to do?
Yeah. And nowadays, you just hop on a video call with them. Oh, you didn't like that one? Here, how about this one? Here, I'll email you the file. Tell me what you think. Oh, no? Okay, I'll do it this way.
This is good, but try something we haven't tried yet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Try warm. Try sinister. Try comedic. No, that's great.
We should all be so lucky.
Yeah. Speaking of jobs that make you feel like...
anything.
Well, I was I was going to say make it feel like a job that's fake.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, they pay me to do this?
Yeah, one of those, like, I would do this for free, but they pay me to do this.
So why not just accept the check?
Yeah. On the other hand, if they don't, feel free to forward it to us. I happily accept that donation.
Yeah.
No, good stuff. I'm glad that you suggested this episode, Brad. I know we've had some other suggestions that we're going to be working our way through in the not too distant future. We look forward to that. But as mentioned earlier, you can go to backtothepastpodcast.com, and on there is a link to a form where you can submit your episode topic, provide feedback. And you can also find the links to support our sponsors that I mentioned earlier: Pasta House of High Ridge, Granite Pros, Terry Ann the Moon, and Back Photography and Doula Services. That one would be something if you're really in the St. Louis area. She does a fantastic job, and I have known her since we were in kindergarten at age 5.
Wow.
I've known her a long time.
That was just a few years ago, right?
Yes, yeah, just a few years ago. And of course, we want to thank Stark Roofing and M&J Creations for being our title and studio sponsors. M&J Creations is the team behind our t-shirts, which you can purchase in 3 different colors on that link to our site as well. So, ratings and reviews are always appreciated, and we do appreciate you spreading the word about the podcast. Again, it's on YouTube if you just want to throw it on your computer at work and just listen to it in the background. Or if you want to listen in your car via Pocket Casts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, blah, 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 blah. There's so many different ways to listen to podcasts. And if there's a preferred application that you do not see us on, let us know and I will make it happen. So that does it for me. You guys got anything else?
Mm-mm.
All right.
Pretty good.
All right. Well, that does it for this episode of the Back to the Past podcast, The Dark Crystal. We will talk to you next time when we get back from the past.
Don't go. Stay. Yes?
The Lion's Den Podcast Network, powered by Stark Roofing. With over 45 years of experience in the roofing and exteriors industry, Stark Roofing is a local, family-owned and operated company that provides excellent customer service and workmanship. Let's Start Roofing. Bring your home back to life. You can give them a call at 636-671-0045 and tell them Spanky sent you. Stark Roofing, proud title sponsor of the Lion's Den Podcast Network and this amazing podcast presentation.